Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of the Hugh's House podcast. As always, I am Hugh. Joined behind the mic, we have our producer, Kendall.
Hello.
And our special guest today is Tad Dezarn. Did I get it right?
No.
Tad Dezarn?
No.
Fuck! Say it.
Dezarn.
Dezarn. Damn it! I knew I was gonna mess it up. All right. No, start. No, I'm just kidding. Don't start it over. We're just joking.
So is this why I end it and we
No.
we'll
do it live.
AKA Matt Atreya. Thank you for joining us today. How are you, man?
I am here. That's all I can say. It's just...
I feel that.
Yeah.
In today's climate, I completely understand. So tell the people a little bit about what you do, man.
Well, in the real world, I am a FedEx delivery driver.
Hell yeah.
And at the weekends and or the night times, I like to put on stretchy things and kick people in the face.
Stretchy things. Okay, let's talk about those types of stretchy things.
Let's talk about this.
Because I like to put, I stretch my ears.
Got it.
So,
Same. Look at
yeah,
that.
Yeah. So I
Hey.
got some stretchy things in my ears. So what type of stretchy things are you putting on?
I'm putting on either pleather tights, or I am putting on what fabric are my tights right now? They're like a Lyrica. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know.
I don't even know what Lyrica is.
Hi, I'm an independent wrestler.
Yes, right. I couldn't even tell you what Lyrica is. So
It's just like stretchy, shiny.
It's like spandex almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
here
like
you go.
Chuck Norris action jeans.
Hell yeah. Okay, I mean you brought a piece, right? Go ahead and why don't we just show it to everybody?
What I brought you is something called a kick pad. And
So is this something you wear this, right? Normally?
Yeah,
Okay.
I wear these to, one, protect my shins just a little bit, and two, when I kick people, it makes a louder thud. Now, I want you to feel this. Now, these are about 7 years old. I've been doing this shit for 15 years.
Hell yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
yeah, give that a feel.
Yeah, so this is no joke. You can feel the wear and tear on this thing. I'm sure if this could tell a story, it could tell a lot of stories. This thing has seen some things, seen some people. That's real. That's real, by the way. That has definitely hurt a person.
How much padding do you think's in there?
I mean, it's
thick-wise.
probably half an inch. I mean,
You'd be about right.
it's thick. I mean, jeez.
It's thick up at the top, but shouldn't, down there, not that much.
Wait, we want it thick at the bottom, not thick at the. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just joking, guys. Just joking. I know we're only a couple minutes in. I'll quit with the inappropriate jokes. All right. So you said you've been wrestling for about 15 years.
2007 is when I started.
Okay. What would you say is the biggest misconception of wrestling, independent wrestling, etc.? People that come up to you on the street, if they have questions for you and things like that. What's the most common thing they ask?
How soft is the ring is the thing that I get the most. Usually people be like, "Oh, it's you're falling on a mattress pad. It's like marshmallows. It's really soft." And I'm just like, "Okay, tell that to my hip. Tell that to my lower back. Tell it to my neck. If this were marshmallow softness that I was falling on, I'd be doing it all day, every day, no problem."
So, first off, whoever would ask you that's crazy, because when someone gets slammed onto the ring, surface, it's loud.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you how the ring's set up. So we bring it in. There's the steel beams. They go across. Then you bring in pieces of wood that are about as thick as this
Get
table.
a little bit closer to this. I'm sorry.
You are listening to Rain Sounds 105. I will be your guide for this evening to get you through this nights of sleep. Anyway, sorry.
Don't play. I love rain sounds.
But no, we bring in pieces of wood that are about as thick as this table. That's about that thick. Then we bring in the padding.
Okay.
It's carpet padding about that thick. Then they roll the canvas on. We tighten everything down. We tighten the ropes, which are usually, sometimes they're garden hose, but there's a steel cable in the garden hose. And then they tape it up, or they just already have the rubber covering over top of it. Or if you're like OVW, it's just rope taut really tight with tape around it.
Jeez, I'm good on all that. I would never want to get smashed into anything like that. My fragile body could not take it.
You'll be okay. If you look at a guy named Zack Sabre Jr., he's about half of you, and I mean, like, he's like that,
Yeah.
and he's been doing this for a long time. He's a British wrestler,
Hell yeah.
and he's
Is he local or like
no,
like physically
no, no,
in
no.
Britain?
He's all over.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
But like he's a tiny guy, and everybody's all like, "Why ain't he hurting?" It's just
I love that. I love that. That's so interesting. I've watched the little bit of wrestling that I've watched. You always like wonder because like when people get slammed, sometimes they'll like momentum will bring them back up. So you always wonder is there like springs or something like that? That's kind of
some rings actually have a spring in the center.
okay.
Those suck because half the time the piece that holds the spring there's just like a little bit that much of it that kind of like pokes up. And if you're giving somebody a running power slam and you hit them dead center in the ring, because 9 times out of 10 that's where you want to be in the ring, is everything's done in the middle unless you're doing some big flip or move or what have you. But if you get slammed on that in the right spot, you'd be like, just give me a minute.
I feel that. So does it kind of, so you get like the central point in the middle of the ring and then it kind of just like spreads out? Okay, that makes sense. So that's interesting. So 15 years, how many times do you think you've been slammed into the middle?
You know that gif of Zach Galifianakis doing the math equations? That's me right
Yeah.
now.
I was saying it has to be like countless at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I hear it in my sleep. Like I'll be laying in bed and if there's a storm going on, I hear a crash of thunder. I'm like, huh? No? Oh, yeah.
So what's the worst injury you think you've ever seen?
That I've seen or
Yeah.
that I've
We'll get into yours in a minute because I
Okay.
know we've got a couple for you.
I was on a show and there was a fatal 4-way, which is 4 people in the match.
Sure.
The action spilled to the outside of the ring. 3 guys are bopping around.
So over the rope, like
Yeah, they're
okay.
like outside of the ring,
Okay.
just like having a heyday with one another. One of the guys is still on the inside. They did a move to him, laid him out for a little bit so they could do the action on the outside.
Yeah.
So he goes, all right, my turn to do some shit. So he runs to the apron. He goes to do a springboard moonsault, which is you jump up through the second rope, you do a backflip onto your opponents. The rope snapped.
What part? When he was coming down or when he was trying to go off?
As soon as he jumped up and put both feet on the rope, you just hear a tack and a poof, and everybody just stood. You could hear like a fly pass gas.
God.
That's how quiet it was. This dude just landed straight on his neck, and everybody just went, "We need to wrap this up. Let's go."
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
So
it
did
was-
they stop the match?
Oh, they stopped the match.
Okay. Okay.
Like he had to get taken out on a stretcher and everything.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy cow. That's crazy. That's so crazy. So it got super quiet and then immediately like everybody runs
knew.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
That's why I don't flip.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like he wasn't even like he was just going to set it up, right? And then just
Well-
as he like the momentum of him coming down, man. Damn, I can like see it in my head too. Just that's so crazy. Damn, he's good though, right? Like everything's all right with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
He was
All
in
right.
the hospital for like 3 days, but I mean, he had like some wear and tear, and he broke
Sure.
his collarbone.
Oh shit.
We're gonna get into that in a few.
Broken collarbones? Yeah.
Yeah.
Make you relive some things, right? All right. Well, speaking of your collarbone, what do you think the worst injury is that you've taken?
It's a tie between screwing my neck up, landing wrong. We'll show a clip of that in a few, and dislocating my shoulder, breaking my collarbone.
All right, so we have a picture of the shoulder, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up. Give me 1 second. Where did my is this pictures? Let's go. Hello. Bueller?
Hello there.
All right, here we go. Will you switch for me? I think I have the ability over here, but that's okay.
All I'm saying is blessed doorways, because
All
of
right.
that moment I just didn't want to go to the ER, and I found the doorway and said, "We're good."
God. All right. So,
It's the best and most unfortunate response to doing it because I've also had to do that, and it's terrible.
It's like
So-
you're sitting there, he's like, "Are we gonna do this?" And you're like, "I really don't want to pay a hospital bill right now." It's like, "Cow! Oh yeah, we're good."
all right. So, chat, just so y'all know, if you're watching this right now, or if you're watching this on YouTube, the next couple of minutes may be a little too much. So, I just want to go ahead and give you all a warning that there's going to be some blood and some, broken bones and stuff like that we're going to see here in a minute. So, turn the mute this, like hide the screen, whatever you got to do, or just skip forward. Just want you all to know. This is your warning. This is your warning. Yeah. All right. So talk us about this. This is your
okay.
Yeah.
So I was maybe 4 years in at this point, and I was wrestling an older gentleman who was in his 40s, and I told him, I'm like, hey, at some point in this match, I want to dive through the ropes and dive out on you. At that point, I was a good guy. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't really want to do much else, just that, and then just maybe one other move, and then we'll go from there. Time came. I toss him out. We make eye contact. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'm getting the crowd behind me. They're cheering. I hit the ropes. I go through, and he just goes, sidesteps me, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I do the only thing possible. I see the chairs. I see me, and I'm just, let's go ahead and just turn. Hit the chair on my shoulder, and I was like, oh.
God.
So he comes to pick me up. Now, fun story about this. My dad was refereeing the match. Yeah. So he comes out to get me. I'm looking up at my dad from where the crowd is, and he's just sitting here going, 1, 2. And I'm just like, The guy comes and gets me, rolls me back in the ring. My dad comes over, and of course, when the ref sees anybody else in the ring after something like that, they go, "Hey, can you continue?"
Yeah.
My dad goes, "Are you fucking okay?" I just go, "I'm about to be." So,
God,
my finisher at that point in time was like a big flying knee to the face. I see the guy jaw jacking with the crowd, and I'm like, "Fuck this!" I rolled my knee pad down. I have to stand up for this because I want you to feel something in a minute. So at this point, I am heated. So I tell my dad, I'm like, "I'm about to be okay." The guy comes in, he goes to pick me up. I kick him in the knee, he goes down, and I just go, BAM! He's stunned for a minute, and then he just crumples over. I roll over, grab his leg, and I'm like, "Don't fucking kick out." He doesn't kick out. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to see that spot right there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, touch that. Right there, that dent. That's his chin.
Woo! That's some sweet chin music if I've ever seen it.
Cheated this guy's chin.
God bless. Hell yeah! All right, well, you got your revenge. You did all this, so you didn't pop it back in until after the match is over,
right? Because like adrenaline's like going through me, and I was like, huh. So I get to the back, and everybody's like, "Dude, your shoulder," and I'm like, "What about it?" And they were like, "Look," and I went, click. Oh, and then all the adrenaline just left, and I went, So I'm looking around. I'm like, okay, I don't see EMS anywhere around.
Thank you.
So I see a doorway, and I just go, well, it's time. Just go to the door, find the sweet spot, and I'm like, yeah, there it is. God. Just crumbled at the doorway. I'm like, let me sit. Let me sit.
So you're sitting there for a minute. Ice pack, anything like that?
Ice pack, Tylenols. Yeah. My pride.
That's right. But God, you're probably sore for weeks after that. Yeah.
I was working at UPS at the time as a package handler, so yeah.
Well, that and even movement at that point.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't have full range of movement for at least 3 days. Like,
damn. Well, I can honestly say I've never had to pop anything back in outside of the one finger that you popped back in for me.
Hello.
We talked about this before before we started recording. Was it a show? Caught a foot to my finger and dislocated my finger, and Tad popped that shit right back in for me. So
I lied, and I walked out. I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm a paramedic." He goes, "Are you real?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yep.
You're good now.
Before I could even confirm if he was a paramedic, he was already on my hand putting my finger back in.
Spoiler alert, I was not a paramedic.
You just gotta get in and get out before they know what's happening.
Yeah.
The second they think about it, then they're like, "I don't know if I want you to do this or not."
Yeah, 100%. Okay. So we've got a couple more pictures. I'll skip up to. I'll jump to the next one. Yes. Will you go back to and share this one? All right. So tell us a little bit about this picture.
Okay, so this picture, I was in a triple threat, and For those of you who are not wrestling savvy, that's when 3 people are in a match. There can be only one. So I'm doing concussions. Hold on. Okay, it was I was wrestling Ty Bryant and Cray Folsom, 2 small guys. So we're doing a thing, bipping around. I'm talking shit to the crowd. I pop Cray Folsom in the mouth. I go to pick him up. I have him in a powerbomb position, and I go to run him into the turnbuckle. Well, at that time he goes no, and he does what's called a Hurricane Rana, which is basically if I have you on my shoulders like this, if you lean back and use your momentum to flip me forward and launch me into something, that's a Hurricane Rana. He launches me into second turnbuckle. Well, my fat ass and science were like, hey, let's make a problem. So my face hits the turnbuckle, and I just hear, I was like, oh, okay. And then everything just started to swell through here, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no. So I'm laying face first into this turnbuckle for an ungodly amount of time because the other opponent comes into the match and they're doing their shit. And I'm just like, I'm just going to lay here for a minute.
Just catch my breath, breathe. As best as you can.
Yeah.
Fucked up nose.
I turned into a person from Berea, Kentucky, like quick. I was a mouth breather.
Yes.
So I roll out and I'm just like pressing right here. I'm like, oh, that's broke. So I take my hand. I'm like, oh my God, I have an Owen Wilson nose. I take my thumbs, find the sweet spot, and it's I'm like, oh, okay, let's get this match done with. Oh.
Who won that? Did you win that one? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fucked up nose and all. Yeah, man. Love that. All right, we got one more for you. We got one more. This one's a little bloody, just so everyone knows. All right, tell us about this one.
So this one, I was wrestling a deathmatch legend, Madman Pondo.
Okay.
Big name, big in Japan. He's over here. He's done like a lot for the scene around here. We had a street fight in Evansville, Indiana. So prior to this, one of the last shows that I had up there, leading into this, Madman Pondo was doing a blow off with somebody, and he needed an opponent. So I'm putting my actual clothes on because I already wrestled earlier that night.
Mm-hmm.
I see the shadow in front of me, and I'm just like, am I in somebody's chair? What's going on? Madman Pondo's there with his stop sign, a barbed wire bat, a trash can with like hockey. He looked like a middle-aged Casey Jones, basically. So I was like, yeah, Pondo? And he goes, how would you like to step into my world for a little bit? Real life me. Yeah, no, I don't want to get hurt. Wrestler me. Dude, you just had a name ask if you wanted to wrestle him. Yeah, let's do this.
Hell yeah.
So
you'd already wrestled once this night.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, like he asked me if like he wanted to do a program like later on.
Gotcha.
It's like, yeah, sure, let's do this. So time came. We're doing our big blow off match, which was a street fight. We're fighting. We're going to the outside. He's whipping me into the guardrail, into this, into that. He goes to give me a drop toe hold into the ring. This was a 6-sided ring. So I wasn't aware where like board placements were or anything.
Sure.
So he gives me the drop toe hold. I felt fire right here. And I was like, oh, I scraped my shit good. Why can't I see? Oh. The photographer just was snapping pictures left and right. And I'm like, oh.
God.
All right. I'm just gushing it.
Yeah. That's
gushing at this point.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, so is this inside?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say street fight, I don't know why in my head
we took it outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been like slammed on fucking 71, 75, every fucking highway you can think of. I dove off of a statue in that match.
God.
Huh.
That's crazy. And so how far into the fight were you when this happened?
Shit, maybe 5 minutes.
Okay, and how long was the fight? Like,
I think we went 20.
Jeez.
Yeah,
so you're a quarter of the way in.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was like, no, I'm going. This is just gonna make such good publicity. Let's go. Mama didn't raise no bitch.
You're a tougher man than me, 1,000% As soon as I even have a drop of blood, and up, we done. He got it. Yep. I'm. My mom called. I'm late for dinner. Like I'm out. No, dude, that's crazy though. That's crazy. I love. So did he end up winning that fight, or did you win that fight?
I won.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Because they were trying to build me up as one of the big bad guys at that promotion. I was all like, you guys sure you want me to go over? Yeah, it'll be good for him. Like, are you really sure though?
So you said you were a good guy at one point, and then you became a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that work? Do you kind of determine your own storyline, or?
Yes and no. Like when I first started, I was with 2 other guys in Madison, Indiana. We were called Madison's Most Wanted. It was Ruben Ramos and my roommate at the time, Bill Clark. He went as BC Ice. He was basically a Malibu's Most Wanted rappers, Vanilla Ice style gimmick.
Oh, gotcha.
Ruben Ramos was the money guy, and I was like the goth seed.
Oh, okay.
Because I had hair, I was like 50 pounds lighter, and I was all like, you can't tell me shit.
So this is the Unlikely Trio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we were the bad guy faction, and everybody was all like, that guy, you did something in a promo that we like. I'm like, what'd I do? They were like, everybody else was talking, but you stood out because you were doing your own thing in the back. I'm like, is that good? And I'm like, yeah, it's good. Okay. Because I maybe had like 2 matches at that point.
Sure.
So they were like, we're going to try something with you. I'm like, okay. We want your group to beat the shit out of you. And since you have a pretty boy look, we want you to be a good guy. And I'm like, all right. It was a good run as a good guy, but like, I have more fun being the bad guy.
Sure. Absolutely. And see your personality too, I feel like, is being like, just kind of like that upbeat, rambunctious, like don't give a fuck, gonna talk shit the entire time. And even if you're whipping my ass, I'm still gonna talk shit. And even if I lose the match, I'm still gonna talk shit. Like,
so what they tell you, like, they're like, what's your gimmick? And it's just like, I kick and punch. Well, like at that point in time, I was like, I really don't have a gimmick. But I'm like, I'm kind of like Judd Nelson from The Breakfast Club if he was like a scene kid. And they were like, oh yeah, we love that. So I would like talk shit and prance around. And like as time progressed, I'm like, I need to evolve somehow. How am I going to do this? I still want to be eccentric, but how can I turn it up? I was all like, I'm going to be Nick Cage. So I'm going to be like out there. And everybody just like ate it up. And I'm like, yes, this batshit crazy thing's working. But like more and more people started doing the whole crazy thing and like the loud boy thing. And I'm just like, well, now how am I going to evolve? And like I would watch like certain movies, or I would like take from anime or comics. I'm just like, I need to have a 4. I need to have my big 4 to tap into. So at the time I was like, okay, Judd Nelson's going to stay. Nick Cage is going to stay. I need 2 more people to draw from. I was watching The Professional, and Gary Oldman's character, like, the more I watched it, I'm just like, the way he can turn on a dime, I need to do that in my matches. Like, I need to sit there, I need to be like, to the book with something, I need to like talk a certain way, but when the time comes, I need to be like, all right, let's go. So I took from that, and I'm like, okay, I have all of that, but I need a sadistic side. What can I do? I'm watching Saw, and I'm just like, I need to be Tobin Bell when I cut promos.
Hell yeah. That's sick. I love that. So Matt Atreya is essentially like the personality, these 4 personalities combined.
Yeah. So the way the name came about, back when I started, had long black hair and the chin strap.
Yeah.
Anybody who fucking watched wrestling back in the day, the Hardy Boys. I look like Matt Hardy, so I'm like, I'm going to use Matt. What am I going to do for a last name? 2006, 2007. What band was big back in the day? So I took Atreyu, dropped the U, and put an A at the end.
Atreya. Absolutely.
Yes. Now here's where it gets kind of weird in a sense. I had somebody in the back go, "I know where you got your name, you sadistic little fuck." And I'm like, "How? How'd you know where I got it?" He's like, "Matreya," and I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "Read into it," and I'm like, "Okay." So there's like a how can I word this without sounding like an idiot? There's like a Buddhist belief where like Maitreya is the second coming of Buddha, but his teachings are supposed to bring about the end of the world.
Oh.
And I was all like, I got it for when I have my own faction now. I'm going to have my own version of like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Hell
like,
yeah.
This is how I'm going to do shit.
That's
now.
pretty fucking sick.
And I was like, this is accidental and it makes sense. Yes.
Dude, that's dope. No, that's actually like really, really cool. Has anybody else ever picked up on that?
3 people.
Yeah.
And they're like,
I mean, you are bald.
now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bald and I'm fat. What up? I like egg rolls.
So earlier you talked about you were approached when you were in the the Madison's Most Wanted? Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay. You said you were approached. So who approached you? Like
The promoter.
Okay. So is it a specific promoter for like all the okay?
So different companies will have different promoters.
Okay.
Or usually 9 times out of 10, the promoter is also the owner of said company.
Gotcha.
And he said that he was talking with his wife because they needed new good guys.
Sure.
And she was like, "Look at him. He's cute."
First off, don't you be over here calling some other man cute. No. Especially when I can beat my ass? Hell no.
They were like, "All right, we'll see where it goes." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I'll do it."
So at that time, you said you were 2 matches in. So you were, I mean, this is all brand new, probably not even a year in, right?
No, not even.
Damn. And so this is all just kind of like propelled and propelled you forward, and that's awesome. So how long would you say you were a good guy?
About a year and a half, maybe.
There's no going back.
No,
That's
and
not-
like I got my ass kicked.
Really?
I didn't win a match for like a solid year.
Was that your own doing, or was
Nope.
that kind of the storyline?
It was their doing because I was the green guy.
Sure.
I was the beginner. I really didn't know that much. And we're like, when time comes, you'll get your win. I'm like, okay, I'll just keep showing up and getting my ass beat by everybody. Let's go, world.
So to train and prepare for those types of fights, like, are you training with like the other person, and like, is there a little bit of choreography to that?
You go through an academy, the school. You learn the basics, like with anything. And if you want to learn like how to flip or something, like 9 times out of 10, they will either bring someone in who knows how to do that, or
Yeah.
you can go to another academy and they'll teach you how to do like the flashy stuff.
Hell yeah.
I wanted to learn how to do it, but I was like, I don't like heights that much.
Which is interesting to me because this timeline is kind of when parkour was really big, because like that's like early YouTube like parkour was
Yeah.
huge. So I can just like see you trying to like free run
So
to like get back.
I used to do this move where I would give somebody a drop toe hold, they would hit the second rope, and I would run off their back, Prince of Persia style, to the outside, come down, and like wring their neck. Oh my god. I just unplugged myself.
Okay, it's only I got you.
This is why you don't flail around, kids.
Hey man, it's just cords and shit, man. No worries.
It's okay, it's not expensive or anything. But I would come down and wring their neck on the way down.
I told the other owners, by the way, that you were going to put me through our podcast table,
I
and
mean-
they panicked. They were like, "Please don't."
Don't get on a touchy subject, and I'm like,
That's right. I don't know
But,
what we're talking about.
there was one point when I did this move to somebody, and there was so much like condensation on the top rope that when I put my foot to brace myself, to launch myself back over, I slipped, hit the ring, had a goose egg, and I was so time comes for the next show later on in the month. I show up and they're like, "Hey, we were talking about your gimmick," and I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "You took that nasty fall, right?" "Yeah. We want to do something."
No. I already don't like where this is going.
I was like, "What do you want to do?" The booker goes, "You ever seen Ed, Ed, and Eddie?"
No, stop.
I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "How would you like to talk to a piece of wood?" Let's go.
Oh no.
I made it work.
Oh my god.
I had a happy face drawn on one piece. And then, like, whenever I would talk to it and it would get mad at me, I would flip it over and there would be an angry face. And his name was Woodrow Wilson III. We called him Woody.
Oh my god. I love that. I love that. And that's so you. You're just like, all right, so Woody, we're about to beat the fuck out of this guy right here. Wait, Woody. Wait, Woody. Woody. Oh no. What's wrong?
Dude, it was. There's like promos somewhere on YouTube. I should have like looked for them. And yeah, we'll get into like links and stuff later. But
that's dope. That's so cool.
It was so good. Like I got to be like goofy, and like the crowd loved it because when my music would hit, I would stick Woody out to look around, and then I would launch him out where it looked like he was trying to go through the curtain, and then I would chase after him like, "What are you doing? We're a team." Save yourself.
Oh, yeah. God, yes.
Don't have any legs.
So 15 years. That's a lot of time. In 15 years, do you have a favorite match that stands out to you?
Yes, I have. Well, one favorite match and one. Oh shit! I did that match. My favorite match was with a guy named Josh Crane, and he recently got back from Japan doing the deathmatch circuit up through there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Great guy, lives in Indianapolis. Tip my hat to him. I don't know if you're watching this, Josh. I love you. We need one more. But yeah, like we beat the shit out of each other.
Okay. And so you say it's your favorite match. What, like, so was it just like a long, grueling, pretty even match the entire time, or what makes it your favorite?
What makes it my favorite is because like the crowd just ate everything up
Really?
that we did, and it was just like they weren't quiet for anything. They were up on their feet. They were yelling at my ex-manager, who was his manager at the time.
Oh shit! There's a little bit of a storyline there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because like I had been gone from that company for a little bit, and Mr. Wayne, who was now Josh's manager at the time, brought
shout
him
out Mr. Wayne.
Yeah. They were all like, "Oh, my client's done ran through this many people in this company." Da 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 da. Another guy comes out and he goes, "Oh yeah, your client. Yeah, he's a good guy. But I've got somebody who knows all your little secrets, all your little tricks." Boop, 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 boop. Insert Silent Hill sirens, dubstep music. Here I come. Everybody's all like, "What the fuck?"
That's awesome. So who won that fight? Man. All right.
Pull it up.
There you go. Do we have? Is it one of these up here?
It's the SNPW one.
All right, we're gonna take a look at this. Hold on. SMPW. Oh no.
Yeah, look at my bald head. Thank you, Macho Man. Whoa.
Ooh, that is very loud.
Yeah, you can like skip a little bit. 'Cause
Okay.
There's like a bunch of talking in the beginning.
I'm gonna let you make it full screen really quick, and then I'm gonna pull it back up.
I went
Thank
to
you.
click on it and the mouse disappeared.
Yep.
It's like,
Sorry.
no.
Sorry.
You will not be getting full screen
All right,
today.
so we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. Where do you want me to? Where do you want me to
Talking. Shit, when does the match even start? Right there, we can start it off. So Josh is like talking shit to the crowd.
I'm gonna turn this down. I got headphones too if you want to hear. Hell yeah. I love that you both have black tank tops. Ooh.
Collar and elbow tie up. Mr. Wayne pulls my foot.
Is that the promoter right there?
No, that's Mr. Wayne, and that's security.
She's saying chicken shit?
Yes. So then we actually like started off right here.
My man's looking like a python about to strike.
Strength, yeah.
You got a little bit of size on this guy.
A little bit, but don't let his size fool you. He's got one mean elbow. I'm flexible. Look at me. My shoulders won't go down. Give me that arm.
Get his ass. Get his ass.
Load over. Face lock. Mercy boys. I don't know what's going to happen here.
It's jumping forward. Whoa! Woo!
Come on, Duke, get him back in the ring.
Now if you want to...
Hell yeah. That crowd's loud as shit.
Oh, yeah. If you want to skip close to the end, there was like a little exchange that we did.
This guy right here is not having it.
Lucky that lady who was calling him chicken shit didn't grab a chair.
Ooh! Hell yeah.
Oh, this part right here sucked from my back. So he rolls in to stop the count.
What's going on with your hair back then, brother?
It was leaving.
Yes. Ooh!
Yeah, that sucked.
She said, "Leave him alone."
That lady's gonna grab a chair here in a minute. I feel
She
like.
go get in on it.
She almost did.
Yeah.
And then he kicks my ass for a little bit right here.
I'm gonna jump forward just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Oh, this is good. Nope, no pin for you.
Woo!
Oh, hey, those are the kick pad. That's the kick pad that I brought right there.
He's like, "I'm gonna take a seat, take a breather."
Oh yeah, that little exchange that you just went over was pretty nice.
Wait, who's this guy?
That's Mr. Wayne. That was my former manager.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Flying boot to the face.
Boom! Damn, bro.
Oh yeah, go ahead and skip like 10 more seconds and you see like a little elbow exchange. Towards it, yeah, right here. He cracks me. Crack him. Fuck that. That hurt. All right, let's just beat the shit
He's
out
like,
of
"I'm
each
not
other."
having a good time."
Hockey fight.
Yeah, I was like, that's a hockey fight right there. That's what that is.
So he kicks me in the face.
Damn.
Nah, I'm awake now. Bam.
Damn. You know, I've seen those legs in the pit. Damn. I heard that.
And so we're down for a couple seconds.
Someone just yelled, "Break his neck!"
Somebody like in the crowd also was all I've got a rope. All I need is a tree for the referee. And I'm like, ma'am. Oh yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. We jumped too far.
Yeah, go back just a wee bit more. Because like Mr. Wayne tried to be all sneaky. And I was like, no, fuck this. I'm done with your shit.
No.
Nope, not today, Junior.
Oh, got his ass.
So then I hit him with like a little nifty backbreaker right here because I knew his ribs were
Hey.
hurting.
If that was supposed to happen, you sold that so well. That was sold really, really well.
Ta-da!
Hell yeah. All right, will you switch back to full screen? Oh shit! Yeah. My bad.
Stop using the mouse and I will.
What happened?
Moving it down.
We're gonna get that. Hey, we're gonna get through this. There you go. Hey, that was good though. That fucking when you ducked and he hit the mancher in the face. That's great. That's priceless. Yeah. So you said that was your arguably your favorite match. Hell yeah. All right. I could definitely see why the crowd was super into that. Absolutely. And the woman just yelling, "Kill him! Break his neck!" That was great. Love that.
And I'm sure when the crowd's like behind you and everything too,
Oh,
it gives
yeah.
you that boost of energy.
Yeah.
Like Goku, give me your energy. Let's go.
Spirit bomb. Hell yeah. All right. So what was the other match? So you said there were two. What's the
Yeah.
second one?
I actually wrestled. I'm not gonna name drop here, but I'm gonna. I got to wrestle Violent J of the ICP.
Woo! 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 Bunch of whoops. Hell yeah. How? So all right. So how does that happen?
So they were doing a cross promotion with us because the gathering was at Evansville that year,
Okay.
and they were like, "Hey, we know Pondo wrestles here. We know Too Tough Tony's like one of your guys. Let's do a JCW joint thing. Whoop de whoop, whoop whoop." So they put on the flyer. They have like a couple names. Like Vampiro was there. I don't know if you watched WCW at the time. I fucking loved Vampiro growing up.
Hell yeah.
So I'm looking at the flyer. I'm like, Vampiro's going to be there. So I show up to the building, see the big ICP tour bus. I'm like, don't fanboy. Go in the back. I look at the paper that has the matches on it, and I'm like, okay, I'm not at the beginning. I'm not at the middle. Intermission. Main event. Okay. Oh, okay. I grab my gear bag and I just go. That says Too Tough Tony, Corporal Robinson, Vampiro, and Violent J versus JP Lightning, Adam Gooch, Matt Atreya, and Scott Sexton. Huh? I get on the phone immediately and call my dad. Now, my dad knows I'm in Evansville. And I'm like, Dad. And he goes, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing's wrong. I'm wrestling Violent J and Vampiro. And he goes, what? I go, yeah. So I'm sitting there in my gear. I haven't seen Violent J or Vampiro yet. And I'm just like, don't show them that you're excited. They walk in and I'm just like, hi. You're like, oh, are you in the match with us? I'm like, yeah. So Violent J is like, all right, look, the clown's fat. The clown's been smoking. The clown's going to be doing easy stuff tonight. I'm like, I'm down with this. Let's go. So one match didn't show up, like the people didn't show up.
Sure.
So they had to take Vampiro and Adam Gooch and make them a singles match. I was fucking sad because I wanted to get kicked by Vampiro and I wanted to kick Vampiro. I was like, I don't care. I'm in the locker room with Vampiro.
Yeah.
Fuck it. That's one of my idols.
Hell yeah.
So time came for the match. And it's just like, we're downstairs in the locker room and I'm just like, hearing the sea of people. I'm hearing like so many whoop whoops and much wicked clown love, whoop whoop, all this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm a bad guy. I'm going to make these motherfuckers hate me. So I walk out, and they're already booing us because we're wrestling their version of Jesus.
Sure.
So the first thing I do, my partner's already mouthing off the crowd. They're like, oh, yeah, fucking Halloween's not until October. And da-da-da-da-da. So me being the mastermind I am, I just look around. All right. Fuck your family. And I had nacho tins, fucking bottles, batteries. Somebody threw a hot dog at me. And I'm like, let's go. I got you right here now. So anytime I was in the ring, I would just pat, do something, slam somebody down. And I would just be like, much wicked clown. But the greatest thing ever was when I got Violent J in the corner, started pounding on him, walked up and started doing the 10 punch count. I got to 8 and I just go, whoop, whoop. I got hit with a battery. And then Violent J just power bombs me. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. Well, the ending of that match, you had the fan cam from it.
Okay.
The JCW.
All right, hold on. I've got it.
Yeah, it's just like a, yeah.
All right, whenever you're ready.
I apologize for the
Kindle.
quality. That must have been filmed on a razor back in the day.
Hey, you know what? It's from 2011.
You leave the
We're
razors
not
alone.
gonna-
What did they do to
Oh,
you?
shit. All right, we'll watch this whole thing. So 1 minute. All right. Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm
It's
so
screeching.
glad I don't have headphones on right now.
I was trying to pterodactyl.
I felt that in my nose. My nose bleed? No, that scared me.
So
All right.
Jay has JP Lightning right now, and I think he was giving him a brainbuster or a suplex or a scoop slam, something or another. Yeah, scoop slam.
Dude, the audio is so bad.
Yeah. Stunner from Violent J.
All right.
Now Corp comes in. He hits him with his finish.
Is this Violent J?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's Too Tough Tony. What's Tony do? Oh, he just pours some fucking alcohol on his hand and lights his hand on fire. I wonder who's going to take that move. Me. Dink, the shithead who's
Damn.
talking shit. So I'm flailing around.
That's so loud. That is so fucking loud. Chad, I'm so sorry. Chad, I'm so sorry. I'm muting it.
There
There's
were
just
like-
no way. There's no way. I can't do that anymore. It's so loud.
They had people around the ring and up in the like rafters and everything. There was like close to maybe 300-400 people there.
Bro, that's
That's
crazy.
wild. And I'm just like,
So based on you being on the ground and them holding their hands up, you didn't win that fight.
oh hell no, I got hit with a flaming punch.
Oh my god. All right, so but I mean that's awesome. You know, and obviously you didn't get to wrestle like your idol, but you got to meet him, you
Yeah, I
got to
got to-
talk to him. Did he say anything to you after the
So
fight?
I'm
After
in the
match?
back, and like there's like a stigma with like some of the older wrestlers, like, oh, if you go up and you ask for a picture, you're gonna be a mark. People aren't. They're gonna look down on you. I'm like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna take a picture because who's to say this person won't be alive tomorrow?
Right, 100%.
So like, I walk up to Vampiro, and I'm just like,
Or she's gonna say it's no, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I just want to let you know that I watched you growing up, and I thought you were the coolest person ever, and I wanted to be you. can I get a picture with you? And he's like fucking 6'3", looking like a buff ass Chris Angel. And I'm just all like, hello, sir. And he was all like, really? I was like, is he saying really do the picture? He goes, you really thought that way? When I was like, yeah, like I wanted to be you. And I still do like some of your moves. Because like he did this spinning kick and I'm like, I'm gonna use that.
Hell yeah.
So like I told him, and he goes, fuck it, yeah, let's get a picture. So like we did like his pose when like he was tagging with the Great Muda, and I was like, yes, family moment achieved.
I love that. And you still have that picture?
Mhm.
Hell yeah. That's so sick. Man.
I've met him. I met China before she died. She
Yeah.
was an absolute sweetheart.
That's awesome. Did you meet her at a match?
It was at a show in Illinois.
Okay.
Billy Gunn was also on it, so it was kind of like a little mini DX reunion. And Billy Gunn doesn't look that big on TV, but this man is a fucking redwood tree of a man.
Jeez.
He's like sitting down. We all walk in. We're all like, when you walk in, you're supposed to shake everybody's hand and
Sure.
sign of respect. This motherfucker stands up and goes, "Hey, kid," and I just go, "Hi." He's like, "Oh, you weren't expecting that, was you?" And I'm like, "No, your fucking arms are the size of my thighs. What the?"
It's like one of the ends from Lord of the Rings. It's like, I'm just like, I'm Pippin. I can just climb up there and ride you.
Damn it. I hate it here.
That's awesome though. You met China. I obviously I don't know much about wrestling,
No.
but I know China.
Right.
Like, I mean, she was huge. So both in stature and in like
yeah.
just renown. That's awesome, man. That's really cool.
She was like an absolute sweetheart. It's like, picture with you.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Hell
wearing
yeah.
like my Scarecrow mask because like I'd come out with like the Arkham Asylum Scarecrow mask. I
Nice.
had like Arkham Asylum tights. I'm like, okay, I'm going to use that as another one of the people that I want to like steal from thought wise. She was like, "Are you going to wear the mask too?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Oh, okay. Because like I don't want to be all like in the picture. But
Yeah, but like that makes it though, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Or do you? Let's be real.
I mean,
I don't know. I feel like the mood for that day is screaming happy-go-lucky. So, all right, cool. So we have a couple more clips pulled up that you shared with me. I would love to kind of go through some of these with you.
so this clip is why you don't skip leg day.
All right, we're gonna pull this one.
Leg
up
day
first.
is best
All
day.
right,
Just saying.
we're gonna start very low with everything.
Especially as a big man.
Right.
Leg day is best day.
All right, so what? Tell us a little bit about this one before we get into it. So it's right.
Ravishing Ryder Roberts, Triple R.
Okay.
Great stand-up guy. He's working at a OVW right now. He's also like a trainer. Love the guy to death.
Okay.
Have nothing bad to say about him.
Hell yeah!
Like,
Shout out Triple R.
if I'm ever in a match with him or on a show with him, like we just cut up and it's like, oh, we're having a match. Well, shit, we don't have to talk about shit. But he was a bad guy. I was a good guy at this point. I started painting my face to look like Skeletor and shit because I thought I wanted to be edgy. So he has me in a camel clutch, which puts pressure on your neck and your lower back. And I'm just like, okay, I want to try something. And this is what we tried. So he's trying to wrench it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck.
I thought I was about to show an
Yeah.
ad. I was like, don't show an ad right now.
Oh, fuck this. Let's go.
Woo! Woo! Did he know this was coming?
Yes and no.
Okay.
He knew I was going to put him on my shoulders, but I
Okay.
didn't tell him what was going to happen here. Spun him around, set out powerbomb. Hi, how you doing?
Oh!
And that's
you
why
hear
you-
that?
That's
you hear
why
that?
you don't skip leg day.
Hey, that's in the middle of the ring too, by the way.
Yep.
So you put that man right where it hurts. Who ends up winning this fight for this match?
I think I won this one. Well, this is part one. It was like a long match.
Oh, is it? Oh, it
I
is
think
a
this is
long.
the one where I set my leg on fire and kicked him in the face.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I sprayed Axe on my kick pad and I was all like, dink.
All right, let's I'll close this one out. Oh, we'll come back to this one. We'll come back to this one. We'll come back to this one. All right. So this one, you telling us a little bit about this one at the beginning
Yeah.
before we went live. So this is Gaston.
Gaston Leroux. This man actually trained where I got my start. And good kid. Smart kid. He listens. And he's got his gimmick down to the book. No pun intended, because he does everything by the book.
Okay.
So he goes to put me in a triangle choke you see here. Now, there is a rule that you don't put me in a triangle choke. Here's why.
Matt does not like being triangle choked.
No. Anytime you put me in a triangle choke, Yeah, you might think you had me because I'm fat and I can't breathe, and I had COVID at one point. Thanks, lungs.
Boom!
Deadlift into another power bomb. Now, if you skip to the end, I want you to actually do something. I actually want you to turn the volume up. Okay, turn it up right here. Because his manager gets
That's really loud.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat.
His manager gets his book. Oh, that's his bodyguard. Bodyguard, get down. Dink. Shawn Michaels. Hi, how you doing? Here comes the book. Just listen to this.
Ooh!
And roll up.
He gotcha.
Lost in my hometown.
He gotcha. They came up with the sneaky snake and fucking cracked you.
Well,
Don't get you.
so he put you in the triangle. I was waiting for you to lock hands and just pick him up, and I was
Oh,
like,
I did pick him up.
I've seen many a knockout happen this way, where you just use someone's own momentum and just slam them into the mat.
Shout out to Rampage Jackson. That's why I started doing that. I loved him. He was my favorite fighter.
All right, so we've got a long one here. This one was, you remember what this one was?
You don't like the Chuck Liddell close your eyes and swing?
Well, which one was this one that I sent you? My phone.
I don't know. You sent it to me.
This says UWA Throwdown, episode 73.
I think this was at the maybe. If you want, we can go to my tooth real quick.
All right, we'll talk about the fun one while he pulls this up. All right, so this one's crazy. Give us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about this one before we play it.
You see that right there? I don't have a tooth.
I don't know if the chat can see it, but I can definitely see the tooth is gone.
Yep.
I
Can confirm. Tooth is
All right,
missing.
we're about to. So again, if you're squeamish, if you don't like blood, sweat, tears, and/or Faygo, you might want to close your eyes.
Matt Atreya runs
we
next
are
to
gonna
us back
watch-
into the turnbuckle.
We are gonna watch my man.
So the elbow, I felt a little off. I'm like, okay, something's not right here.
Next he runs. Jumps up to the second rope, flying cross body.
Oh,
Scoops
my
Matt
poor
Atreya
hair
up.
black there up. And here it comes.
Leg takedown.
Woo! Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
We'll bring it right back. We'll bring it right one more time. One
Watching
more
a
time.
mouthpiece go flying.
One more time.
There we go. Dink. All right, we're good here.
Next he runs.
Yeet.
Ooh!
To the second rope, flying cross body. Scoops Matt Atreya up. Single leg takedown.
Bah! Bah!
T Money's looking down at the corner. He goes, oh shit. And he like moves the tooth away.
You see him moving with his foot.
So that UWA clip was like the 51-minute mark. I don't remember what that was. It was
All
like
right, we'll
2
go
in
to-
the morning when I sent that.
No, it's okay. We'll go 51 minutes. Okay. But yeah, that's do
Oh,
still-
you can
do-
skip a little bit further than that.
Do you still have that too?
No.
No.
No. Oh my gosh.
Hey, if you have to get physically
Hey,
decimated,
I just
you might as well
dink
enjoy it.
drill this kid. He was a trainee, and they were like, "Hey, can you stretch this kid?" And I was like, "Why?"
Oh, is this the production house?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I went to a couple shows there.
Yeah, 4 years strong. Beautiful.
That was a great show, by the way.
It was a good show. I still had that pick. But yeah, this is where I'm getting into my like Gary Oldman from The Professional.
Man, this guy looks fancy.
That was the owner of the company.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, this is where the submissions come into play, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna.
Hey, I like your outfit a lot.
Thank you, my Arkham Asylum.
Ooh.
outfit. Even though I look like Bobcat Goldthwait from Police Academy.
I bet that would pop your back pretty well.
Yeah. And speaking of popping backs, I start to lose grip on his ankles. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Oh, I've got an idea. Let me just slip this down here real quick. Hi. So
That's some Randy Orton shit right there.
this move was made by the Great Muta, but he would lock your chin. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna do my own twist. So I would fish hook people. And I called it the ledger lock. Since I was doing the whole Batman thing, and I was all like, yeah, we're gonna keep that.
So if he grabs the rope, does that mean you have to get off of him?
Unless there's a no disqualification.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah. Let's get towards the end. Because it's a little nifty up. Talk shit, smack him in the chest. Oh, my poor hairline.
He said,
Or lack thereof. God.
"Ooh, I felt that."
Yeah, so did he.
Nice.
Hey! Wheel him back in.
Damn, that was a loud smack.
Matt Atreya,
Yeah, I have heavy hands.
dude. And at this point, I think, Finn, this is just all about punishment.
Yeah, this is where he gets his comeback.
It's about making sure that
Puts
serious
him
hero knows
in.
that this is nothing.
Here I go, talking shit. All right.
He says, "Nope, not today.
Oh.
Not today."
He fucked up this backflip, and I immediately went, all right, no, you made this terrible. Now it's time for me to take over.
Ooh.
He was like, first grade round off.
Oh, look, I can do a better round off than that. Just saying.
Yeah, no, you get a 1 count. Let's go. Oh, Sean.
You're not letting him get away with that.
No.
Not today.
Not today, Junior. I also, my finisher at this time that I used to hit on small guys.
Are these the announcers up here?
Yes.
Okay.
They're color commentary. Nope. Think. Yes. Yep, I was signaling for the end. Nope.
Miss with a kick.
Here we go. He gives me not 1, not 2.
Atreya still on his feet.
Dink!
Woo!
He thinks he has me. Yeah, we're coming to the end right now. This move that you're about to see that I do was called the NNMF. Anybody want to
said-
guess what that
Nope.
stands for?
What did you say?
My finisher at the time is called the NNMF.
The NNMF?
You want to guess what that stands for? Right here.
Oh, what
You lift him up and knee him in the mouth. That stands for night night, motherfucker.
Night, night, motherfucker. I love
Because
that.
CM Punk had a move called the GTS, which was go to sleep, and I'm like, I like knee strikes.
proving a
Fuck
Hell
it.
yeah.
Night night. Oh God. Oh my poor orbital. Oh God. Oh God.
All right, well, whatever this is looks like it was fucking uploaded by a potato.
Dude, no, it was like one of those like weird flip cams from back in the day.
All right, we're gonna try it. I can literally can't. Oh, we can't
Okay.
see nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened here? I was in a tag match, and so my partner gets. Nope, that's me now. Wow, it took me a minute. So the finish was supposed to be on me.
Did the anarchy symbols give it away?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this guy is like fucking 6 foot, 230. Does a 450 splash.
Oh.
His knee
Yo.
hits right here.
Oh.
I'm flailing. You see me roll out, and just everything starts swelling, and there's just like a stream of blood from the ring
Jeez.
where I was at.
Jeez.
But yeah,
Dude, that was a pretty sweet looking fucking spin dive he did though.
oh my neck.
Oh, is this a bad one?
So this one, I don't know if you remember, but back in 2020, I took some time off, and here's why.
Took some time off. Ooh.
So this was like around 2013, I think. I don't know, but
He said, "What?"
but over time, I just felt like a lot of pressure on my shoulders and on my neck, and I didn't think anything of it. I was thinking, I'm just sleeping. Well, 2020 rolls around. I'm working for Amazon at this point. We're waiting to go in the warehouse. I'm in my van. I sneeze. My whole body locks up, and I'm like stuck. I look like Robin Williams from Miss Doubtfire when he's doing his impression of a hot dog. I'm just like, what do I do? So I'm like, okay, all right.
So you're in the warehouse?
No,
at
I'm in
Amazon?
my van trying to get into the warehouse.
God.
Like, they weren't letting us in yet, and I'm like, okay, we have time. Oh, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Maybe if I just like rock back and forth, I'll be fine. I was like, okay, just kind of worked it out. All right. But this happened, and my hands went numb. I'm just like,
Oh shit.
I got it.
So what from this match made that happen?
If you go back,
Probably where you like
Yeah.
bang your neck in.
Yeah.
the way I landed, break.
You like whole body scorpion on your neck.
So instead of like landing flat, I tilted my neck on land. Right here. Crack!
Oh shit.
At that point, I was all like, oh, okay. And I was out for a little bit, but I was still coherent enough to talk to my opponents. I was like, I'm fine. Just keep hitting me.
Just keep hitting me.
And the entire time, it's like I'm working on adrenaline. I'm just like,
God. That's crazy. All right,
Oh,
we got
God,
one
this
more for
match.
you.
Yeah. Again, more Skeletor paint because
We got a lot of people yelling Matt though. Love that.
Yep, another good
Love
guy.
that.
Oh, Ian Van Mardigan. Whoop. Spinning knee drop, bang.
I like his pants.
Yeah, dude's a great wrestler. He's like old school to death, but like he gets his shit over.
Hell yeah.
Oh, he's sitting there talking shit with the ref. And they,
So who's this guy? What's
so
this guy
they
in
were
his tank top?
they were a stable called the House of Ill Repute.
Yeah.
So we kind of had like a little feud going. And this was like the send off. Nice little cartwheel kick.
Okay, okay.
Here we go. I'm
Ooh.
getting my shit in. Going for this.
Some kid yelled, "That was awesome!" Damn. Damn, that was loud.
So he rolls out to go get consoled by his cronies.
Bro, you had him right there in the middle too.
So I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck this shit. Might as well go out here and cannonball.
Hell yeah.
So I'm all like, I get it. This kid actually walked over and smacked him.
Did he?
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Go back.
Well, like, you don't get to see it,
Oh,
but like, you see the kid
okay.
like lean in.
Oh, yeah.
Like watch. Because like I heard it, and I'll turn. Wait for it. Yeah.
Oh my god. God, oh to be that kid.
So we're sitting here going to the finish. Da 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 da. He's going for his move, which was a flying uppercut. I said, "Fuck you."
He's
You're going here.
boom.
So I'm getting my win back, and I swear to God, if anybody steals this move, I will know because nobody else does this. I made this. I made this. This is mine. Don't steal this from me. And give me a neck.
Ooh. Damn. That was smooth. I thought that pig was a dildo. I'm just gonna say it. Just gonna say it. Alright, will you jump back to full camera? Full camera. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Hell yeah. Matt Atreya! Hell yeah, dude. Those clips were sick. I just can't stress. I literally could not do what you do, brother. Like,
You could. But like, your first week of training, yeah, you're going to feel it.
oh, 100%. For first week, probably first year.
First 2 days. So, like, my first day, I was all like, okay, I'll show up in a few days and go for some more. Shit kicked at me because, like, they don't do it as much now. Because, like, back when I was getting trained, I had a bunch of old school people training me.
Sure.
And the way that they trained, it was all like, we're going to rough you up just to see if you can handle it.
Yeah,
Now
I mean, it's like an endurance test almost. It makes sense.
So nowadays, it's like, yeah, we're not going to rough you up as much, but we want you to know, hey, it's not ballet.
Right.
So, I mean, I was getting shit. But I was all like, thank you, sir. Can I have another?
I think that brings up a good point, though. So I think the big stigma with wrestling is like it's scripted, it's fake, you know, and like, well, as much as like we've talked over the past hour, like obviously, like you kind of know who's like the outcome of most matches, but like the shots you're taking are real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the moves you're doing are real. Like like someone that's not athletic couldn't go out there and do the things that you're doing for as long as you're doing them. I mean,
Yeah, Gronk.
To be fair, Gronk's athletic.
Yeah, but he doesn't know what he's doing.
Right.
I hated when they brought him in.
Who knows? He just retired again, so maybe now we'll
Oh,
find
he's
out.
coming back.
Tom
He's
Brady.
coming back.
Tom Brady says, "You retire when I see you retire."
Hey, Brady tweeted at him, so we'll see. But yeah, so but that brings up a good point. So talking about like in your training, like, you know, how they're just like the old school guys would just give you licks just to see how much you could take. So I guess my first question is, has anyone ever told you like what you do isn't real?
No, all the time.
And so how do you respond to that?
When I was doing security for UPS, there was a guy, and somebody got on the subject of wrestling, and I'm just like, stay quiet. They're like, oh yeah, all that shit fake. I do this, and da 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 da. I'm just sitting there. Okay. And somebody goes, well, he's a wrestler. And I'm like, he looks at me and goes, no, you're not. And I just go, oh. I'm like, we got to lunch at the same time. I'll pull some clips up. So I'm showing him stuff because you ain't really hitting him. And I'm like, I'm not. So I showed him one match where I chopped this kid like 3 times and his chest opened up. And he was like, that ain't real. And I'm like, what part of it isn't real?
What do you think? What do you think? I just put a blood pack on there and it took 3 slaps to fucking get it to pop.
This isn't fucking Siegfried and Roy. There aren't any white tigers. I go, oh yeah, I am. Who's the magic? Like,
but yeah. So I mean, it's just so I mean that's crazy to me. And like, obviously, so for me personally, when I watch like the does it WWF now? What is it?
That's
now?
WWE now, and then
Okay.
there's another company. There's like, okay, so back in the day, everybody thought that there was just one company, but I grew up watching both WCW and WWF, which is now WWE,
Yeah.
because they actually got sued by the World Wildlife Foundation. Yes, the people with the panda. They got sued by them. They're like, oh, we want our name, and they won the lawsuit.
That's crazy.
That's why they changed it to E, to entertainment. And I'm just like, but like that's more. It's more soap opera-ish, whereas like there are other companies, some like lesser known, like, well, they're getting a good following now. Game Changer Wrestling, where a couple of people that I know are at now, and they're just tearing the scene up.
Hell yeah.
It's like basically GCW is like old ECW, but more like fuck.
So when you say that, is it more like more violent, more like what do you mean?
You ever seen a grown man pick up a set of bleachers and spin them around and hit somebody?
A set of bleachers, like outside, like watching my high school football game.
A set of high school bleachers. My friend Shane Mercer, he made it on ESPN for this.
Jeez.
He just walks over, grabs some bleachers. Shane's jacked.
Sure. I mean, I feel like you got to be to pick up fucking bleachers.
He looks like Duke Nukem. He looks like Duke Nukem. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Does he also walk around with just a shit ton of bubblegum?
He walks around with sunglasses on. I'm just like, please say the line.
Don't worry about the clip. We can watch.
Okay,
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, don't worry about
but
the
he
clip.
just walks over, and I'm just like watching this clip. I'm like, no. Gets these bleachers, yaks them up on his shoulders, walks over, and just dink, 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 and I'm like, that man is not human.
That's insane. That's insane. I remember my high school bleachers. That's what I'm picturing in my head right now.
They're the
And
metal
just trying to-
bleachers that
That's
like
insane.
that you see in gymnasiums or like shit like that. This is just nuts.
That's wild. Man. I couldn't imagine. Well, first off, I couldn't imagine even trying to wrestle someone that big to begin with, but let alone him coming at me with some bleachers, motherfucker.
I've wrestled him, and that man is scary strong. Like he, one hand just yeeted me across the ring. I'm just like, no, I'm not fucking with you anymore. Like he does this move where he'll hold you on the second rope like a baby and do
Sure.
a backflip. I've seen him do this move to a 350-pound man who is 6'3". I'm just like, I'm glad we're friends.
Hey, if I'm getting in a bar brawl, I'm calling that man. Absolutely, because he's picking up the bar.
Yeah,
Not
he's
a
picking
stool.
up half the gym.
Yes.
He's picking up the cable machine. Oh.
God bless. That's crazy. So and I can imagine that. I just can't imagine like trying to have like having to try to prove to people like you're taking real
It's
shots.
just-
Like I don't know. It blows my mind. Because I get where the conversation starts because obviously there's storylines and then like especially back in the day like you said like it was almost like a soap opera, you know. But again, even when it was still like even when it was very scripted like a soap opera, like those people were still taking real like shots.
It's like ECW back in the day. They were like the underground fed that got big, and everybody was all like, "Oh, let's watch this." And you're seeing guys like jumping off a scaffolding through tables, or
Yeah.
you're watching a guy like get beat with a guitar, or you're just like
Yeah.
watching another dude like jump from the top rope to the outside into the crowd onto a guy, and it's just like, this isn't what I was watching on Monday nights. What is this?
Right, climbing up ladders,
Dude, it was
jumping from the
insane.
top of the cell, like
Ugh.
this stuff, shit like that, I don't know. So don't envy you because I feel like that conversation gets super annoying super quick.
Like half the time I'll tell people like, I've got a show on this day. come check it out if you still have that thought. Okay.
Well, I'm intrigued. So next time when you get a show, I want to know, because I definitely want to come out to one.
Hey, Terry Harper, I don't know if you're watching this, but
yeah, Terry, I'm trying to get you in this room. So get him a match and get on this podcast, and let's make some shit happen. All right, Terry. All right, so I guess just to kind of wrap it up, do you have, for anyone that might be watching that wants to become an independent wrestler, do you have any words of encouragement or any advice to someone that might be watching that wants to get into independent wrestling?
So, if you are wanting to get into independent wrestling, if you're from the area, you can go to OVW. They're a little pricey, but you're going to learn a lot. Or you can go across the bridge and learn from the Grindhouse Wrestling Academy.
Across the bridge is Indiana.
Yeah,
right.
Over in Jeffersonville.
Okay, yeah. If you're not from the area, we're talking about
1416
Indiana.
Spring Street, to be exact.
Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Yes.
All right.
But their trainers there are top notch. Like I said, sometimes Ronnie Roberts will come in. He'll train some people around.
Sure. Do they have a Facebook page or anything like that?
Yes, they do.
Right.
They have a Facebook and Instagram.
I will link it at the bottom of the YouTube video. So I'll get with him. I'll get the link, and then you'll be able to find it at the bottom of this YouTube video.
Also, shout out to one of their students, Billy Starks. That's a little sis to us. I will die for this girl, but like she is, give it like maybe 3 years. You're gonna know her name.
Hell yeah.
Like, she's already out there. She's been doing this shit for like 3 years. I could be wrong. Don't yell at me. Sorry. But she's already just like, there's no way you're at the level you're at right now. But like, she's had like so many people like help her out, like, hey, do this, hey, learn from this person, hey, learn from this person, and it's showing.
That's awesome.
And she actually got interviewed by somebody from, I think it was WWE. I cannot say letters.
I thought you were saying WB like Warner Brothers. I was like, oh, hell yeah. All right.
No, like, they already interviewed her because like she's so young, but she's still doing this like fucking crazy shit, and she's already like well known. Everybody's like, oh yeah, Billy Starks, I know that name. It's just like, good on you, sis. Get your shit in.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I love that. All right. Well, I guess we're going to wrap it up. If there's anyone in chat that has a question for us, which it doesn't look like anyone has asked anything yet, feel free to post it. While we wait on someone to potentially ask you a question, is there anyone you'd like to shout out or promote?
Shout out to Isaiah, Rush Champion at OVW. Shout out to everybody over tongue-tied. Shout out to Ben Sheeran. Shout out to Drew Dillinger. Shout out to my stable, The New Era of Violence. Everybody who was a part of that. Shout out to Duke the Nuke. Shout out to Madman Pondo. Shout out to Jake Christ for doing what he did.
I don't know what that is, but all right, he knows.
We'll get into that later. Don't fuck with people's money, basically. Shout out to everyone that I've encountered over the years. Shout out to Rick Brady. Shout out to my dad for not kicking my ass when I told him, hey, I can't come to this because I'm wrestling a match, and he didn't believe me at the time because I kept it secret. And I was like, hey, I can't do this because I'm going to a wrestling show. And he goes, oh, who's wrestling? I went, me. And he goes, no, you're not. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of am. Yeah, shout out to everybody who's had a hand into helping me out. Shout out to Eric Draven. Shout out to everybody at AWA Supreme. Shout out to Spaz. Shout out to Van Mardigan. Shout out to Instant Ramen for being there when your boy was hungry.
Hey, bro. Cup fucking noodles, baby. Cup noodles. Fuck yeah.
A little bit of Valentina, a little bit of lime and the shrimp flavor. Just, God.
Hey, I do a little chicken, put a little bit of those frozen vegetables in there, kind of.
Oh yeah,
Fry an egg, put that bitch on top.
Whew. Oh, dude, you got to do like the one I just said, like the shrimp, a little bit of lime, and a little bit of Valentina hot sauce.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it. All right, hell yeah. All right, well, any questions? Doesn't look like it. I can see the chat from here. All right, well, Tad, thank you so much for coming on the show today. Matt Atreya, look his videos up on YouTube. Hopefully he will be wrestling again soon. Again, Terry Harper, get on it. But yeah, thanks so much for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me and letting me talk mad amounts of shit and stutter on your microphone.
You actually did a good job. There's no stuttering.
No, it was there. It was very subtle.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for hanging out.